at some point you realize that materials are so complex and there are a lot of memories and then also symbolisms and sites, spaces, history, memories that are somehow trapped within these objects.
Ibrahim Mahama is a multimedia artist who exposes and challenges the established hierarchies of authority and privilege. He uses evocative materials to create massive, striking artworks that are too big to be ignored. Mahama's installation, Out of Bounds, is a vast passage hung with sackcloth stamped with owners' logos and saturated with cocoa residue, coal dust, and the blood, sweat and tears of laborers. A dark walk through the long history of exploitation, exclusion, and poverty.
The idea of having to use very subtle productions within specific spaces as a starting point, but mostly looking at this idea of crisis or failure as a starting point of production. This idea of potential is very much embedded within my practice in terms of the objects that I'm interested in and also the way that they are formed over time.
In New York, Mahama replaced the United Nations country flags with tattered patchwork sacking. In Ghana, sackcloth shrouds call attention to disintegrating housing units, dilapidated industrial projects, and public institutions that are in decline. Other works consist of battered toolboxes that expose daily hardship, or torn documents amidst broken furniture that point to administrative failures. Concerned by the conditions in his hometown of Tamale, Mahama founded the non-profit Savannah Center for Contemporary Art, which is free for all, and he employs many local people for his projects.
I think it's very important that we create spaces that allow for our imagination to expand beyond the forms that we're familiar with. And I think it's very important that artists really do develop and extend the forms within their work so it can become a gift to the society in which they find themselves.
Ibrahim Mahama is awarded for his exceptional artworks and for his social activism, raising awareness and urging us to take responsibility for improving the lives of others.
More now than ever, we need to come together in the world, and the pandemic has proven that to us. So the plan basically is to expand the institution and to create an independent art school. There is always a disconnect across generations, and I think institutional spaces like this can reconnect and excavate these old memories whilst presenting them in new forms in a very contextual manner to a much younger generation. Winning this award is very important because it gives me somehow the boost and it's more like a positive energy to be able to